Watch out for people who are jealous of you. Yeah. Watch out for the people who are jealous of you. Watch out for them women around you who are jealous of you. Because women who are jealous of you are very vindictive. My grandmother used to tell me this story. And this is why she was very leery of allowing us to be around people, women, especially girls, who she like didn't get a good vibe from. Because, girl, let me just tell you, okay, so her cousin used to have these groups of friends that she would go out with practically every weekend. Okay, my grandma was born in 1931. That's neither here nor there. So her cousin, we're gonna call her cousin Jamie. So Jamie would always go out with her group of friends. Her friend Tiffany, Bertha, and Leola all the time. Now Tiffany, who was her best friend, had a boyfriend. Okay? So Jamie and Tiffany, they would always hang out like this. So one day, as Jamie was getting ready for the juke joint, okay, Tiffany came over with a wig and was like, "Hey, Jamie, I got this wig for you, girl. You know, I think it'll be really cute." So Jamie put on the wig. And I'm like, "Yeah, I like this wig, blah, blah." Girl, so they go out to the little juke joint. Baby, why the freak Jamie head start tingling? So she's just like, "Oh my God, my head is tingling. Like, I don't know what's going on." And then all of a sudden, her head started hurting, like she got a massive headache, and she could not understand why she had a headache. She thinking, dang, maybe this wig that Tiffany brought me a little too tight. Okay? So as she got the headache, she like, "Okay, I gotta go home. I gotta go home. I gotta get up out of here." And then she fainted. Do y'all know that Tiffany either put something in that wig or on the wig? Because baby, Jamie went crazy. They ended up having to put her in an insane asylum. Okay? Now, keep in mind, Jamie was gorgeous, beautiful. I'm talking about beautiful, long, Indian looking hair. Like she was gorgeous, because my grandmother, girl, her mom was half Indian. So it was her mom's sister, daughter. Okay, so yeah, her first cousin. Girl, Jamie went crazy. They had to end up cutting off all her hair. Baby, she went into the insane asylum, and that's where she died. Okay? All because Tiffany's boyfriend liked Jamie, and Tiffany was jealous of Jamie. So to get her get back, Tiffany gave Jamie a laced wig, which drove Jamie crazy. I'm letting y'all know, please, if you see that people are jealous of you, if you see that these females don't really rock with you like that, and you know the signs that a person is jealous of you, they don't celebrate you. I always want to say things like, oh, I see your little hairdo. Always got to put on makeup. We just going to the store. Stuff like that. Those are signs of jealousy in your friendship. Be mindful of people like that. Stay clear of people like that. Because you never know. You never know what could transpire in the future. You always want to keep yourself safe.
So following my friend poisoning me, I just kind of just stopped hanging out with her, just distanced myself away. And the thing is, the story does get worse. So this boy that she was mad that was friends with me and him had stayed in touch. And one night I was really bored and I just wanted like a friend over. Bear in mind, this is the new area. I didn't have any friends at the sixth form I was at. I was super lonely. So I'd put on my Snapchat story, "Oh, does anyone want to come over for pizza?" And he was like, "Yeah, cool, I'll pull up." So he comes over and we pop a pizza in the oven and head off to watch a movie or whatever. And this guy starts like kind of arm wrestling me a bit. It's kind of weird. And then he ends up, oh my God, I should put trigger warning. Trigger warning. And he grabs my arms and like pins me to my bed. And he's like, "Hey, by the way, you've got like no upper body strength and it'd be so easy to rape you." So obviously I scream at him to like get the fuck out of my house, because what the hell? And my mum's not home. Like, I think she's away at this point. And I'm just like, this is crazy. This isn't a normal thing to say. Whether that was his intention or not, it's just not a normal thing to tell someone that they're easy to sexually assault. So anyways, I call this girl because she knows him. And obviously, I don't really have friends in this area. I don't know really what to say, but obviously I'm upset about it. And I tell her, and she just doesn't give a shit. She just doesn't care. She just kind of like, oh, that sucks, whatever. Yeah, and so after that, I just never spoke to her again. And following that, in the next years, obviously I've had my modeling journey. I've lived in London, and she has hit me up every now and then talking about how we should hang out, and I'm looking so good, and oh, you're really doing bits, and I have just not really responded and kind of cut her off. That's the end of the story.
Who here has dealt with like a secretly jealous best friend? So I was sitting in my friend's car at the time, and you know, she turned to me, and it wasn't like we were in a conversation, right, where she was like intently looking at me. She was looking at me in a way where she was analyzing every like part of my face. And what does she do? So after she's like analyzing me, looking at me weird, she opens this up, she goes like this, and she starts going, and then turns back to me and starts looking at me like this, like literally comparing like herself to me, but like she forgot I was there. So I was kind of creeped out. Like, it was kind of like really weird. Like, I was like, this is awkward. Like, I don't even know what just happened. Like, this is beyond weird. So she's also like, oh, commented on the way that I looked. Like, she'd be like, oh my God, how is your skin so clear? Oh my God, how come you don't have a wrinkle there? Or like all of these things. And I'm just like, bitch, like, what? Like, who says that? So she also was like, how do you have so many followers? And she had like 500. So I helped her. I was like, okay, you know, I'll help you. Like, I helped her like get her following up, told her what to do, whatever. And it was always just like I felt like I was constantly like had somebody like comparing themselves to me. And it's like, I don't like that, you know, like, we're all here to win. I want you to succeed. I want me to succeed. You know, like it was very weird. And then like, I'm like living with the person that I'm with, and she's like, why don't you live alone? And I just finished telling her that like, I think this is going to be the engagement and all of these things, you know? So it was just like, it was really like so weird. And the moment that she got like a new friend and like latch onto that girl's friend group, it was like she never brought me around. And this is the type of girl that like needs to be the center of attention. So like normally people like me, like I'm not trying to be like whatever, but she didn't want to bring me around because she viewed me as a threat. And it's so crazy because these people, like, I genuinely believe that you have best friends or friends in general, that they don't actually like you, they want to be you. You know? So it's just like, I truly believe that, because it's like, you're like jealous of me. Like, it's weird, you know? But watch out for them jealous ass, hating ass bitches, okay? Like, we don't want none of that over here.
You can't really be friends with anybody who has a hint of jealousy about anything that you're doing. Certainly about your success or your, you know, being celebrated, or you cannot,
or anything that you have,
that you have. You cannot be friends. If you see that in somebody, I say those little whispers where somebody is like, well, okay, well, look at you. You cannot. You have to distance yourself, or you have to cut that thing off.
So has it ever crossed your mind why people are actually in competition with you? Let's talk about it. You know, understand there are some people so eager to be better than you than actually be a better version of themselves. Think about that. My whole day is predicated around competing with you secretly. You know, that's why I call you my friend. because I want to be close to you to be in the know of what it is that you're doing next and how can I do this better. And that's why I will always be behind you. The reason why is because there are some people that are only in competition with themselves. I'll never forget this conversation. I was in high school and my mom, she was like, some of your friends are going to be jealous of you. And I was like, why? There's nothing to be jealous of. For one, a lot of them seemingly had more than me. And when it comes to my friends, I'm not jealous of them. I'm not in competition with them. I want to see us all eat. That's my goal, is for me to sit with my friends at the table and we are eating and laughing. Well, she said, it's not about what you have, it's about who you are. And that's what you need to understand. There are some people who will forever be in competition with you. The reason why is because they're competing with the past self. Right? They're trying to be better than you, and you're just trying to be better than you were the previous day. So they will always be in competition with your past versus them trying to become better versions of themselves. See, abundance just doesn't exist in accessories, right? Abundance sometimes just exists in your spirit. And there are some people who are upset that you walk into a room that they had to sneak in. Some people are upset that you cooked a meal for you both, and they're still looking at your plate because you were nourished and you're eating with them, right? It's important to understand and recognize that some people are in competition with your success and not your actual grind, which is why they will always be behind you. People want to see you continuously grinding, but they fail to realize the grind is what got you to where you are. Your abundance is in your ability to keep showing up. Right? And not everybody likes that. And people also don't understand that. You can't be in competition truly with somebody who's only in competition with themselves. And you can never fully be in competition or call somebody your friend if you are constantly hoping that they don't succeed along with you or they don't do better than you at some point in their lives, especially if they worked for it. Right? There's a big difference between inspiration and envy. One is very vocal and one is very vibrational. Be mindful of who you share good news with, because not everybody is good with the fact that you're doing good. All right. And understand, just because somebody is in competition with you doesn't mean they can ever compete with you, because you are only in competition with yourself.